Okay, then before we continue, let me show you the progress so far. So the idea of the game is you check the identification papers of
All right.
characters, and you must make sure that those are correct according to the rules. So we have this UI. Here you can see the information about the character, the rules, and the inventory.
All
Uh,
right.
and these characters have a 50-50% chance to be correct or false.
Okay. Okay.
Show you just to show you how this works first. So we have one second, it's lagging a little bit.
Mm,
So
all right.
we have a function here where we create the information. So um, in the beginning here we decide if we want to generate the correct information or false. So we have a 50-50
Okay.
chance. And then we generate the correct information anyway. And after that, if we want to make it incorrect, we modify it with by adding or removing random values from the correct information.
I
You
see.
have that. Let me see if we have the game manager. Yes, we do have it here.
Okay. Okay. Mm,
So, and in the game manager, we just have the UI elements. Um,
okay. I see.
Now, I'd like to save the position of this guy here. And the reason is we'll spawn using the position. We'll spawn the characters using this position. So for that, guy a better position. And I'll just duplicate it a little bit.
All right.
And I'm trying to put them at equal distance. So
Okay.
2 units between them. See? Not
So
like
you're
that.
like animating him?
No, no, no. I'm just doing this because at the start we'll spawn characters and we want to spawn them at equal distance from each other.
Ah, I see. I see.
So I'm just trying to see how it looks first. Or something else. Let's say we
Okay.
have 6 characters. So if you're doing this, we have to make a variable for that will represent the number of characters. Um, so let's say here public int um, characters number of characters, and then we also actually this should be a max characters, so the maximum number. And then we have current number. And at the start we want to spawn those characters. But
Okay.
before that we need to have an array of characters. And at the moment we just have one, but we'll make more. Um, so we have the information, the inventory, word assets.
So like those are arrays?
Um, these are the UI elements that will update when we create when we check the papers of a character. So these are just
Okay.
UI elements here. And then we have some
Mm.
arrays here for the images and the names. So we have the country names, country flags, and item names, items, icons. So let's say here a public game object characters array. I forgot what array here. And at the start we want to spawn characters. So let's make a function for that. Public void, public just in case we might want to use it in another script.
Mm.
We'll call it spawn characters. So the first thing we do is we change the number of characters. So this will represent the current number of characters in the scene. So we change it to the maximum. So that becomes equal to the maximum. And we also need the position of the last character, so the one to the right. So let's save
Okay.
that. Public vector 3
Mm.
last character position, let's say. Oh, and also let's have a public float distance v. Let's say character distance. So now for integer, okay, let's say vector 3 spawn position equals to character last character position. So we start with that position. And now we say for from 0 to the length of the so the number of characters. So actually let's use the maximum instead. So now we spawn the characters one by one, and then we modify the spawn position. So we say instantiate. Oh, and also another very important thing. We want to have these characters saved in a list.
Yeah. Or so like where would you place the list in the program?
Here we'll just create a list. So public list. This time it's of type character actually, which is a script that we made with the properties of the character.
No, okay.
So
Oh
we'll
yeah,
say
and what will happen if you were incorrect about like a character?
sorry.
Um, how do I describe it? Like you like misidentified the character, you know?
What do you mean? Like the information is incorrect?
Yeah.
Oh, we will get into that later. But we do know if the character is correct, the information is correct or not, because
Mm.
in this script we have a bool here for that. So this one here is clean.
I see.
So when we spawn it, we generate the information, and we know if it's incorrect or not with this variable. And like I said, we have the 50-50% chance to be correct or not. And now that you have this
Right.
list, well, we want to make an empty list when we do this, when we spawn the characters. Uh, Actually,
So the list, like it's gonna store something.
yes, in this one we store the characters, the scripts from the characters. Why? Because we have to move them. But, so after it's verified, the information is verified, we take the character that we checked and move him, and then also the other characters move forward. Okay,
Okay.
so that's why we need the scripts from them. Um,
So like, will we put like a variable for the list?
Sorry.
Would you do you put like a variable for the list?
Yes, this is a variable of a list of type character.
So character list. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so now we have to make an empty list with inside that variable like this. So now I have an empty list at the start. Okay, so now we spawn these and add them to the list. So let's say that list, which is character list, add, and then we spawn it and add it at the same time here. We say instantiate, that means spawn. Oh, and also we want to spawn a random character.
Oh, random.
Yes. So and also here, let's say this character prefabs. Let's call it prefabs. So prefabs means saved objects.
Let's see.
So if we do this, we want to generate a random number. So let's do that. Let's say random index equal between 0 and then the length of that array, which is character prefabs length. So now that, oh wait, it says ambiguity between Unity random and system random. Yes, that makes sense. We have to specify that this is Unity and random. So with this, we generate a random, okay, between 0 and the length of that array. So now when we spawn the character at that index from the array. So here the first thing we need to specify is what object we spawn. So we say character prefabs, and then the position is that random index that we created. So that's the first thing. Then the position will be the spawn position, and then we say quaternion identity. That means no rotation, so 0 0 0 on the rotation.
Okay.
And you see it gives us an error because if we do this, we just spawn the object, and we cannot add an object to the list. We need to add the script from that object. So here at the end we say get component and then the character script. Okay. So with this, it looks complicated, but we spawn the object and add the script from that object to the list at the same time. And now we have to modify that position to the left. So we have to subtract that distance from that. So spawn position is equal new vector 3. Okay, and we subtract from the x. So it will be from position x minus character distance, and then the other ones we keep the same. So y and z.
Okay.
And let me comment this. Here we set the current number of characters to the maximum. This is from position.
Is that text for like verification?
Oh, this is just for comments.
Comments.
So you can comment your code.
Oh, yeah, you can do that with Python.
So here we'll say, here we spawn characters one by one. So here we create a random index of index to select character prefab. Then we spawn the character and add it at the same time. And then we modify the spawn position subtract on the x-axis. But that's not everything. Now we have to um, do a couple of things.
Okay.
So we also need to select the character, the first character. We have a current character here. But if we do this here, we have to modify this code a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll first make a variable of type character, call it character script. So first we spawn the character here and save the script. Okay, and then we add it to the list because we want to use it, this script. Because we want to add the connect the game manager to the script.
Okay, yeah, fair.
So we'll say here, well, first of all, current character. Actually, that's after this way. Yes, so the character script that game manager will be equal to this. So this means this script. That's what that means.
Yes.
Okay. And after that, after all of this stuff, we have to place the current character inside the variable. So current character becomes the first one in the list that we made. So list,
So is current character a variable?
yes, current character is a variable of type character. So with this, we save the character that we're verifying at the moment.
Okay, cool.
So that would be the first one in the list. Um, now that we've done this, we need to update the UI using the information. Um, let me check that character script 1 second. So from what I can see, we do not create the information here. So we have to do it here in the game manager. Okay then, so okay, so we have to say here public void update character, let's say character, update character information. That. But so the first thing we need to do is to create that information with this function that we created in the character script. So let's say create the info. So we just select this current character script here, and then call that function that we created, which is create random info. And we have some parameters because we need some information. So we need the current date, which I think we have here somewhere. Yes, we do have it, current date.
Wait, so the game manager holds all like the information?
In here we have the UI, all the UI elements.
What about like the character? It holds like the sprites information.
Well, that character, what do you mean? Because the character has some properties here, like the sprite render, animator.
Yeah, like the character.
Since we have this um, current character script variable, with this we can access everything that the character has. Okay.
All right.
Uh, so first we create the information. Like I said, we need the date. So current date here. Let's see what else do we need. We need the number of countries, which is the length of either this one or this one. So either the country names or the country flags. So we'll just say, let's say country names length, and now the number of items. Use use the names length. Now we have the information, which has a 50-50 chance to be correct.
Okay.
And now we want to update the UI. So the UI is this here. We want to update this.
Okay. All right.
So let's do that. Update UI. So the first thing is the name. So let's see where we have the name here. And also before that, let me check if I have this. Yes, I do have this inside here, the script. So let's start with the name. We have inspector character name. So this will be equal to our current character game object
I see.
name.
Wait, hold on. So you can like repeat a variable to like invoke it or to like give it data.
So what this means here, okay? This is the TMP text component, okay?
Okay.
Then that text here means the text property of that. So let me show you actually. Where's the name? Wait. Yeah. So you see this wait, not this one. This here. So you see text mesh pro in the inspector. And then we select the text, which is this here. Yeah. And we make it the name of the character. So current character, that's the script of the character. Then we say
Okay.
that game object to get the game object, the whole game object, and then the name from that game object, okay?
Okay. Okay.
That's the name. Let's see what else. We have the birth date. Birth date. Let's see. Yes, inspector birth date. So that will become equal, and let's see how that looks. So we have, I think the month first, the day, and then the year. So in that case, the month first. So character that birth date, that month. And let me check that, make sure it's text. No, it's not text. You see, it's an integer. So we have to convert it to string. So we say to string. Okay, and then we add, after that, let me see how that looks. We add a dot between those. So
Wait, what do you have to convert to a string?
in our character script, we have a structure, okay, which is date. And that has a year, a month, the day, but those are integers, see? And we want to,
Oh, so you want to transfer it into text?
yes, so here I
Oh,
say,
I understand.
yeah, I convert that integer to a string, okay? Then I add a dot between these text, okay? Then we add the day, so the same thing. And then the year after that. So yeah, okay. And that should be it. That should work. Let's see what else do we have. We have age. Oh, I forgot. I made a mistake here. The mistake is we also have to add that. You see here the birth date text. So not just the date,
Mhm.
but the text before that.
All right.
Birth date and then plus. Let's say we have a space here. Now the age. So inspector age text equal age, and then current character age. Wait, is that an integer or a? Yes, it is an integer, so we have to convert this as well. So to string. Okay, we have the gender, which yeah, that's not relevant, but we have to add it. Gender. Well, we need to know. Yeah, so here this is a bool, okay? So we have to say if current character gender. So if this is true, then we say that inspector gender equal that, and else make it female. Okay, that's the gender. Then the country of origin.
You have to make variables for that.
1 second. Well, we do have variables for the UI and the value inside the character. Here you see
Okay.
we have an index for the name and the flag. And then in the game manager, we have the UI elements. So we have an image here, and then a text for the name of the country.
All right.
So here we say that the text is equal country of origin, and then we add the name, which is country names. Country names. So this is an array of names, and then we use the index from our character. So we say current character, and then country name index. Okay, and the same for the icon. So in this case, an image, so we say the sprite is equal to country flags, and then the index from the character script. So that's for the first part, the character information. Now for the inventory, it's a bit more complicated. Let me look at the start function. What is this item UI?
Oh, what are you trying to find?
I'm trying to see how we create the items. Let me see that character actually. Do we have items here? Yes. So we generate items. Number items inventory. Okay. So from what I can see, from what I can see, we have a list here of the items. So I have the items and declared items, which is an integer. It's just a list of indexes. Okay. So we generated the info. Now let's do add update items inventory.
Mm.
So the first thing we do is we have a list here of, I believe, of the items in inventory. Okay. Um, and those have an index. Okay. Um, we want to disable all of first of all, we disable all of those UI here. So the squares here with items, we disable all of them. That's the first thing.
Okay.
And
All
then
right.
we enable only the ones we need. So first of all, for each item in oh my god, item UI. Item. Oh wait, not like that. Sorry. Uh, okay. We disable them. So we say set active false. So what this does is disable all uh, items in inventory.
Hmm.
Okay, and now we go from 0 to the length of the array of item indexes in our character list. Okay,
All right.
so now we update. We say for integer 0 to the length of that.
What are the use for the items?
Sorry.
What are the uses for items? The
We
item.
have an inventory of items. Okay, and then we have separate declared items, and we want to make sure that all the items are declared correctly. That's what we
Okay.
verify.
All right.
So from 0 to the length of so how many items we have. So the length of that array. So current character, and then the items length plus plus. Oh, not length, sorry, count, because that's a list. So for arrays you say length, for lists you say count. Um, so I want to give this the item name and the item image. So let's start with the name. So items in inventory. Start with here. Item name. Text equal. Uh, Now we need the array of text of item names here, and then the index for that will be the one from the items here. So I will say current character. This looks a little bit complicated, but I'll explain it. Items and then what? So in our character here, when we generate the information, we also generate a list of item indexes and declared item indexes, which can be equal, which can be the same or different. Okay, and then in our game manager here, after we disable the UIs for however items we have, we spawn them. We update the UI one by one. Okay, so this is the text first. Set it to whatever item that is from the array. So that's the text. Then we update the icon. So we say the item image, which is sprite equal, and we do the same, but instead of item names, we say item icons, like that. And let's also update the index. I don't know if it's necessary, but just to be sure. Equal with that. So now that this is for the items in the inventory. Now we have to do the same for the items declared. Okay, and so the same logic, we disable all of them first. So in this case, we do not have item UI, we have tmp text, declared text, let's say, declared tip, declared items text, and then we just disable those. And now we update in the same way. Oh, and I made a mistake here. Not only do we have to change this, but at the end we have to enable those. So you have to say uh, set active true. So this will be similar. We go from 0 to current items, not items, this time declared items. Declared items count. We update the text. So now we select the array of declared items, which is declared items text. Text equal to this, but here we use declared items instead. So now that's updated, we just enable the text. Object set active. Okay, so now we have we can update the character info, but now when we accept or deny a character, okay. But before that, let's see if this works. We want to be able to enable and disable the whole canvas here on spacebar. No, actually, not the whole canvas. Actually, just the inspector folder. We have that here. Let's see if that is correct first. Yes. So on spacebar we want to disable or enable that. So let's say void update. So that means whatever we put in here happens every frame. We check if we press the spacebar. Okay. So if input get key now. So if we press the spacebar, we enable or disable the inspector. So inspectors set active, inspector if self. So this here means this will tell us if the object is already uh, enabled or disabled. Then we just add not operator, so we reverse that. Okay, let's test it in the game. Yep, it does work. Okay. Now we need a couple of things. We forgot to change some stuff here. So the first thing is let me make a folder for the character and drag this guy here. Okay, delete everything from our scene. Then we can add that guy here in our character list. Oh wait, I made a mistake, I think. Yes. Okay. The distance is 2 between the characters. Last character position is the position of this guy. So 200, 200. Oh wait, that's the character list, my bad. Not here. Here we save all of them in prefabs. Here we have to add that. Max characters was 6. Okay. So let's now at the beginning here after this stuff, let's spawn the characters. See if that works first. Okay. And then we update the info. Yep. Now we should see this being updated. Okay, we have an error now. Let's see where that is. Object not set to an instance. So this line here, something is null in here. Let's see, items in inventory. That items text equal to item names. Okay, so only once happened. Game Manager 73. Let's see what that is as well. 73. That's okay. 73. Update. So here, update character info. I don't really understand what's happening here. Okay. Let's try that one more time. See, we have the same error. Oh, I think, yes, I think. Oh, now it works. Um, but the birth date is not correct for some reason. Let's see why that is. So the birth date, let's check that one more time. Birth date equal birth date current character, a month to string, then the day, and then the year. Let's see where we generate that. Oh, wait. Also, now that I'm looking at this, we also forgot to change the expiration date here. So let's do that as well. Expiration. So inspector expiration date text equal. We use the same. Here we just adapt it a little bit. So instead of birth date, we write expiration. But then instead of birthday, we say expiration date. Okay, let's try the game one more time. So we have an error here with. Actually, let me check all of these. Okay, so we have an error with the birth date for some reason. The birth date is not generated correctly. Let's see why that is. Let's go to our character here, at the generation part. So age is okay. Year born equal our current year minus age. Oh yes, yes, year is the issue. Okay. Um, I think we forgot to give the game manager a date here. I think. Uh, so the current date. Yes, it is public, but we cannot see it because it's a structure, I think. So let's just do it in the start here. Let's say current date equal. Actually, so the day must be between 0 and 30. So equal to random age 0 and 30. And the same for the month and the year. So month must be between 1 and 13. Why 13? Because the maximum is excluded. So what this means is basically from 1 to 12. Then for the year, let's just say 196 and 2025. And time to test now. See if that fixes it. Okay. So the issue is still here. We have this birth date here. But not only that, we still have that issue. So the first thing I want to check is do this array here, the item names and icons, they do have the same length. Okay. Okay. So let's see what that value is. So let's say debug log. So that means show message. So let's see two things. Let's see what that item is and the UI index. So I will say UI index equal I, and then also item index equal plus, and then this to say. Okay, so it starts with 0, but well, actually, um, can we see that? Yes. Okay. Okay, so there's an issue with the second one. Let's check that one more time. So we go from 0 to however many items we have, and we update the text. So the first one, text equal item names, because that's where we get the names, and then the index from that. And one of them here is 9. So let's see how long that array of names is. Item names. So that is length 9. Actually 10. Okay. So that should work. That should work here, because we have 9. That's position 9 is the 10th name, which should work. Uh, I don't know. I don't know, honestly. So it goes to the 9th one and gives us an error. Let's see, first of all, let's check everything. Okay, let's start with the array of UIs here. So let's go to the items, item folder. So that's one issue, but another issue is why is it just one displayed here? Why is just one enabled? Okay, I don't know. Because it went to the second one. Oh, and then the issue, then the issue happened. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at the list of items. Um, items inventory. So that is correct here. Let's look at the declared items also are correct. Um, that line 162. Oh, oh, I see, I see. Yes, I see. Okay. Um, I think the problem might be that since we disable all of these, this stuff here does not happen at the start of the game. I don't know. I'll have to look. Yes. So we'll use a different strategy here instead. So we're not disabling all of them. Or actually we could, but we should do this after some time. So instead of making this a function here, um, let's use a coroutine for the start at least. So let's say coroutine. So I inherited that means coroutine. Start coroutine. So before we do the stuff here where we spawn the characters and update the info, let's wait some time to make sure that the script of the this item UI script gets the components first. So we'll say seconds, 1.5 seconds, and then we do that stuff for these two functions. Here we just start that coroutine instead. Oh wait, actually we should give that some other name. Just for definition instead. See if that works. If not, then there is an issue with the code, uh, not because we don't have the components. Okay, now it seems to work. We don't have any errors, but we do still have an issue with the birth date. Expiration date seems to be working. Oh, also, why is that blurry? Why is that blurry? Let me see the sprites, the countries, PNG. That's a bit blurry. Oh, of course, I forgot to change that. Change that. So the reason is blurry is because in the import settings, this filter mode, wait. So the filter mode is not point. That means if we try to combine the pixel to make the image look smoother, which is good for high resolution stuff, but this is pixel art, we don't want any filter. That's one issue. Let's now look at the country, not country, the birth date here. So when we update the birth date text, for some reason everything is 0 every time. Sorry, I'm just trying to change the settings of all images, make sure they look right. Okay. I don't think the issue is here. It's in the generation somewhere here. Um, so every structure here looks okay. So let's see how we generate the date. The date. Where do we have that current date? Wait, what is this current date? Oh, okay. So if the current, so the year will be the current year minus the age, which seems okay. Oh, yeah, that's stupid. What am I doing here? Wait, that is not okay. Uh, and the reason is actually, is that okay? Year minus age. Yeah, that's okay. Then for the month we make it 1 first. Um, oh, I made a mistake here, and that is we forgot to update that variable, the birth date. We forgot to update it. So here at the end we must say that the birth date year born, or actually year, is equal. Yeah, we forgot to update that variable. That was the issue. Birth date year month. Okay. See if that works. And if this works, I think we're done for today. And next time, I think we'll finish the game. We'll just add other mechanics. Okay, so you see now it works. You see, we have all the information here, and then uh, we have the items. Yep, it does work. Okay, but we have to make a small correction, which is here we want a space after the age, the birth date, and the expiration date. So that would be for today. If you have questions, please let me know. If not, then we're done for today. Okay, then that will be all for today. Thank you, Apple, for being here.